interesting one too. But
they say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly.
Argentina is one of the places in South America.
Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
I know.
The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Temple Owls offense will have the football first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. From the gun, bringing the heat, and he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Dugan. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Nittany Lions will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And down he goes back at the 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job of finishing.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Dugan. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And that was a play where maybe the big target was open quicker or sooner than the quarterback had anticipated, but it's still no excuse to throw the ball off your back leg. You got to chop up your steps, you got to get a good base, and you got to step into the throw.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Vanderbilt is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Doors fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Makes the grab past the marker. At the 20, he's got space. Blue gives a hook. The Owls do. It's a touchdown. A great catch and run for 6.
And what a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Dugan. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning it on! He works his way up. And is pushed out of bounds. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Gets open down the middle. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after 1 period of play as we have a look at the stats. First quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The give to the back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Toss sweep to the right. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality,
you have to do what I do. Pick them up and take them home.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown! No! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that kind of toughness is something you can't coach in quarterbacks. You either have it or you don't. Being able to deliver strikes like that for touchdowns when you know you are going to get absolutely popped, man, it is hard to find QBs like that. This offense has one.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dynasty Lions going back to work on offense now. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off play action on first down. Under fire. Dances away. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air, it's Dugan. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
You said with us doing what?
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the offense on first down. Motion from the back. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to set up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the bag and get him down for a big loss.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Touchdown Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give out of the gun. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Dugan. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Temple will try to boot this one deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And they're not on the same page there.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking to pass. It's Dugan. Swings it out to the flat. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field.
Alive.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out.
I don't know what that is.
Temple
What is it?
takes over and the offense will return to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out
So
of your
they're
hands, get it to your
giving
playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance
all
and
the
make
things of a
bigger
birthday
plays than
like
he
your
did here, but it's still a
characteristics and
positive game.
naming them for people.
To the air on 2nd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive
That's
nature,
very
but
interesting.
his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Pressure coming. He's going to take off. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Here's the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave
That
him
is
a huge
interesting.
play.
What's the fuck?
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
I got one chair and blew all the way over to the other neighbor's yard. The green chair, I be keeping outside, but all the way into the
Looking
neighbor's yard.
downfield, it's Dugan.
You come on, is this your
Got
chair?
it
I see
downfield.
it. I said, is it
They'll
green?
finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and
I
run
said,
on that
yep.
one.
I said, yeah, that's my chair. I don't know how I got
And
over
you've
there.
seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding it.
Touchdown, Penn State! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got all the room. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Keeps it on the draw. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
We've come to the end of the period, and Temple is holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish.
I can pull one off. There's one that's done.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Yeah, I'll pull it off. Give me 1 second.
They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Back to pass. He wants it all.
You see what Jabria said about Holby and Indy Tribe?
They extend this
You did?
lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2
You
wins.
text me the Holby concert?
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do.
Nah, you didn't send it to me, baby.
Two-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Yeah, Jabria sent it in the Instagram chat.
Going back to work on offense now.
So I was like, I said, oh, they're not doing Holy Smoke.
Back to pass.
I mean, and towards all of August.
Pushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his
Say,
progressions.
Holby Tour featuring
Just
Indy
couldn't do
Tribe.
anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Applewhite. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it.
Hey, that'd be fun to go.
Right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
He got burned.
Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going.
Why?
No doubt, find those plays.
Why just send me a flyer?
You can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Oh, he's got some space. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Did you hear about the Pooh Shiesty and Gucci stuff?
Line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side now. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Basically,
you just get the feeling that this defense,
I guess Pooh Shiesty's in a bad deal.
Off the field and get the football back.
Pooh Shiesty he signed the Gucci's label.
If they're going to win.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
There to make the stop, and he
Coming towards you.
Out of the backfield in a short passing game, and they've got a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
And his dad and some of his friends drove up from Memphis because they didn't like the deal that Pusheisty had with Gucci. So they drove up from Memphis to Atlanta. But they cheap.
Man down on the play as the officials
and held Gucci at gunpoint,
as they come to the line
made him sign a release form, which is illegal, by the way, and it doesn't hold in court. So made him sign a release form and robbed everybody in the studio.
And the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And it's so interesting how the internet works.
Fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all
because the FBI went and picked him up.
And this one,
the FBI went and picked Pusheisty up, and like 6 other niggas and his daddy. And you know they talking about all the evidence they got: rental cars, bus tickets, video footage, all this stuff. So he's only been out of jail, I think, for like 5 weeks or something. Pusheisty, that is. And apparently his dad was an informant. But it's not clear if his dad was just like an informant in general, or if he was an informant used for this particular case.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved. You're going to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works, though.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
So I feel like it's hard to. Is it causation or correlation?
Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked the stop.
Oh yeah, but I'm thinking, is it because he's picking people from a certain lifestyle?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Dugan. They'll run the screen. Fighting off the defender. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win. But this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out.
Hey, your bills, you become that person.
The throw, that's caught. It's Butler. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll hurry to the line, but the clock's still running. Wants to throw on third. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down.
And then he could give it to him.
Here's the pressure.
Take this one break.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
I said no.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
There
we go. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet?
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means something.
On the record label, original group that's still alive, only good too. And they said, who will be alive with me?
He's out. He's trying to rock with the other rapper. His name is Big 30.
That's crazy. I didn't realize, like, well, obviously, like, I couldn't remember that. This was a long